Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Sitaya Pataye Namaha Sitaya Pataye Namaha. We are in the text called Adhyatma Ramayana, and in this we are in Aranyakand. Aranyakand is when Ramchandraji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji entered into the dense forest. This was the last year of his Vanvas. 13 years he has spent living in Chitrakoot, I think in Chitrakoot, yeah. And there he has had a good time with everyone. So many saints, sages, everyone has come. Bharat has come and gone. He has been pacified that don't cry, you take care of the kingdom. Because Vashishji tells Bharatji, you don't know who your brother is. He says, who is my brother? He says, not only your brother, you don't know who you are. He says, who am I? He says, you are all the parts of Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana is your elder brother Ram, and you are all born. That Narayana alone is expressing through you, through Shatrughan and through Lakshman. Really? So don't force your brother to come back to Ayodhya. Okay. And then he goes back. This you don't find in the Ramayana, normal Ramayana. So this Adhyatma Ramayana was written by our Maharishi Vedvyas, isn't it? Maharishi Vedvyas. So it's a compact form of the total Ramayana, which is the Valmiki Ramayana, but it is told from a spiritual bent. So if you listen to all the lectures from the beginning, everywhere, it doesn't say here, but every now and then, say the sage Vedvyas, he brings your attention towards the self. And in the beginning itself, when the Adhyatma Ramayana began, all the Rishi Munis came. It begins. Shivji and Parvati ji are sitting, and Parvati ji, you know, who is she?
She's Shiva's wife.
You're forgetting one part of it. She is the most beautiful woman in this universe. And Shivji is sitting in front of her with his eyes closed and not looking at her. Imagine when someone is not appreciating your beauty, what happens? Ask your dad and ask your mums, not dad. Ask your mums. When dad does not say you're looking beautiful to your mum, so same thing, our Parvati Amma also, she was thinking, who is this? Why is this? My husband is always, for few moments he opens his eyes. For the majority of the day or the life, he's always sitting with his eyes closed. So one day, this question was troubling her, that who is he thinking about? Wives also think that way. Why is he not giving me attention? Is there someone else? She also thought. But she is committed to Lord Shiva, isn't it? She is not thinking in any wrong terms. So, very respectfully, with full devotion, with full surrender, as a devotee plus as a disciple, she says, "Oh Lord," when he opens his eyes, he says, "Oh Lord, you are fascinated, interested, meditative on someone, and I am interested in knowing on what are you so interested in." When asked like this, there is no hint of jealousy. And when spoken to like this, Lord Shiva said, "Oh my darling," oh, she was, come close to me. You have asked the most wonderful question. It has touched my heart. And I am more than eager to tell you whom am I interested in, whom I am meditating upon, whom I am always thinking about, who is throbbing in my heart. And she was thinking it was, she knows it's not her. Then he says, "It is Sri Ram." And he says, he cannot be spoken about. But I'll tell you what Sita ji told who Ram is. And at that time, just to give you a beginning, and then what did Sita ji say when Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Lakshman, everyone came back to Ayodhya? They were put on the installed on the throne. Arajya Abhishek happened. And all the sages standing there, they are singing, "Syavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sita Ram ki jai, Lakshman Dev ki jai, Bharat Shatrugna ki jai." But more, Ramchandra ki jai, Ramchandra ki jai, Ramchandra ki jai. And Sita ji is just a sarcastic, not a sarcastic, but just smiling. Sometimes by the smile you know that something naughty is going on in the mind, that she is not, that smile can tell you that she is a bit on the sarcastic side. Suddenly the sage asked, "Why are you smiling? Why are you not taking part? Are you not happy with the Syavar Ramchandra ki jai?" Sita ji said, "Now that you have asked, I'll tell you." And all the sages suddenly, they are very alert, all the sages. And Ramchandra ji, "ठीक है यार, कर रहे, अब क्या कर सकते हैं?" Someone says, "You are Narayana," he says, "If you say so." Because he is acting as a human being on the earth, isn't it? But at that moment, Sita ji stops being the Sita as a human and gives them a glimpse of who Ram is. This is the beginning of this Adhyatma Ramayana. And she says, "This Ram, you are saying everything that has happened in Ram's life is because of me." It's not out of arrogance. She says, "You are saying, you have killed Ravan, you have killed all the Rakshasas. You know the famous mantra, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge." Bhagavan says, no, in Bhagavad Gita, that Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the saints and sages and the good people. Vinashaya cha dushkrutam, to destroy the evil. Dharma sansthapanarthaya, to re-establish the Sanatan Dharma, righteousness. I appear in the creation again and again. I take avatar again and again. He says, he takes avatar. He killed Ravan. He killed Rakshasas. He didn't do anything. My husband is a non-doer. He is Parabrahma Paramatma. All these rishis, they know everything. But wife is speaking like this. Eagerness and utsukta को क्या बोलते हैं? Eagerness ही ना, curiosity. What is she going to tell more? So she says, he is Parabrahma Paramatma. He is unborn, he is eternal, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup. He is unborn, undying, unmodifying. I gave him the body. without me, he would not have got the body, because she's Prakriti. Prakriti means nature. What is nature? Space, air, fire, water, earth. What is nature? The potentiality, the Shakti. Without for those elders here, those who know a little bit, the Purusha, the Atma, the consciousness, it is unmodifying. It is only the Shakti which is modifying. So she says, I gave this formless one a form. I made him grow. I made him go to study. I made him into the man he is today. I made him go to the forest. I made him kill the Ravan. And you are singing, Siyavar Ramchandra Ji ki jai. And this was just not to say that you should all praise me, no, Sita Ji ki jai. She didn't want that. But she said you should know the truth. That the person whom you are so much praising, that you killed this, you did that, he did not do anything, because Parabrahma Paramatma, that my husband is, he is a non-doer. All doing happens because of. So, how do you apply it to yourself? Kids, little bit, then we go into the story. Those who are elders here are little bit knowledge of Vedanta. So, how do you apply this story on yourself of Sita Ji and Ramchandra Ji? That the Atma within is the Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup. It is unborn, it is undying. Really? I am unborn and undying? Yes. Then what is born? And what will die? Wise people. Hari Om. Body is born, body will die. Breath is born, breath will die. Emotions are born, emotions will die. Concepts are born, concepts will die. Thoughts are born, thoughts will die. But can the consciousness, the Atma, can it be born? Can it die? No. Then whatever is being born and dying, that comes under the category of nature, Prakriti. And where is your nature? Your mind. So out of the mind came the body, out of the mind came the breath, out of the mind came the thoughts, emotions, concepts, past, present, future, space, air, fire, water, earth. And how do you live? That I was born, the world was there before I was born. When I will die, the world will continue to be after I die. Wrong conclusions. So that just we'll leave it at that and we'll continue. So in this manner, the Adhyatma Ramayana has just, I gave you the taste of how Adhyatma Ramayana begins. But now we are at the Aranyakand, and in this Aranyakand, the Ramchandra ji, Sita ji and Lakshman ji, they have entered into the Dandakaranya forest, which is on the Deccan plateau, and as they entered, the first challenge that they encounter is the Kabandha Rakshas. And that Kabandha tha na? Kabandha Rakshas. And he was a huge fellow with huge arms and huge legs and huge mouth. And Ramchandra ji, he killed him eventually after a bit of fight. And the moment he was killed, first limb by limb and eventually in his heart, and when he was killed, a divine person came out of that dead body. And he says, thank you, Ram, for relieving me, because I was cursed because of some reasons and I had to take this form. And for thousands of years I have been in this yoni, I have been in this body, and the only salvation possible for me was that you come and kill me. Therefore I was fighting with everyone, killing everyone, thinking that it is Ram, but I think it is you, because you have freed me of. And he sings the praise of Lord Shri Ram, and then takes permission and goes back to the heavens. Now, after doing that, here it says the Lord Shiva is, now we enter into the second chapter of the Aranyakand. Here it says, "O Parvati," after the not Kabandha, it was Viradhavad. He went, then Sri Ram and Lakshman along with Sita ji, they went, continued the journey in the forest, and as they were moving, they came across the sage Sharabhang. Bhang means to destroy. Shara,
Protection.
Sharan is protection. Shara is, I think, the razor sharpness, that is Shar. I think so. So maybe I'm wrong, I'll look at it next time. So this Sharabhanga Rishi came, and immediately Ram, Lakshman and Sita ji, they stood up and welcomed him and gave him a mat, and they offered, he offered them. They went into his ashram, and he gave them fruits, etc. And then after that, Sage Sharabhang asked the Lord that I have been living here for a long time and doing penances, and the only reason I am doing all the penances in my life was to have your darshan. And now, O Lord, you yourself have appeared in my life, have come to my ashram. I didn't go seeking, you came. Same thing happened with Shabri also, isn't it? Lord Ram went to Shabri. Lord Ram went to Hanuman. Lord Ram went to Sugriv. Lord Ram went to Ravan also. So everyone he is going and delivering them, in the sense making them free. And here he says, you have come, and it must be the reason that I have done a lot of good merit in my life. So all the tapasya that I have done, the austerities I have done, the vratas that I have done, or deeds I have done, it's all because the result of that is all the punya that I have accrued over the years of doing tapasya. It has resulted in you coming into my life at this very moment. And in this way, he says, now that you have come to my ashram, he says so beautiful, tat sarvam tava dasyami tato muktim vrajamyaham. And therefore, this moment is the most auspicious moment, and I offer all my punya, all my merits at your feet, so that I can attain liberation. Because punya will give you further life. Here he is giving up the punya also. He doesn't want future life, wants to be free of the birth and death cycle. And therefore he says, I will get emancipation and salvation. And then saying this, the Sarbang Rishi, immediately he got up and Ramchandra, imagine the scene. You have gone into an ashram. It's so funny. The sage is saying, you have come. Ramchandra says, Acha, I have come. Yes, I have come. He says, I offer all my entire life punya at your feet. And then he starts making his own pyre, and he goes and sits on the pyre and keeps looking at Sri Ram. Keeps looking here. Then the sage went to the pyre, and nobody is forcing. There is no fear of death. There is no fear of burning away. He is going to light his own pyre. How is that possible, sir? Can someone light their own pyre? No. You know, this color, different shade. This is dark fire. There is light fire, there is yellow fire, there is orange fire, this is dark red fire. So, when we take sannyas, when a person takes sannyas, he has to do the last rites of his body. So technically, and then after that, you get these clothes to remind you that you are always burning. Till life is expressing through you, you are burning. Don't take it for granted. Don't get lost in food and nice bed and nice house or nice car. Whatever comes, accept it. Don't demand anything, because you are nobody after taking sannyas. So, living fire. If that example makes sense, similarly here, but this Sharabhanga Rishi, he has actually made the pyre and he sits on that and he says, in this world, who else except Raghunayak Shri Ram, who is the most merciful and magnanimous, and he fulfills the desires of his devotees. He has already offered everything, and his wish is to get emancipation and salvation, meaning immortality. And he says, I have always been dedicated to Sri Ram throughout my life and for a long time, and therefore he has come here himself to bless me. Then he says, Pashyat vidanim devesho Ramo Dasharathi Prabhu Dagdhvat swadeham gacchami Brahmalokam kalmashaha Ayodhyadhipatir mestu Hridaye Raghava sada Yadvama. So he says that let Sri Ram, the son of Dasharatha, the lord of gods, constantly watch over me while my body is getting burnt. And because what happens, those who have done a little bit of meditation or chanted the name of the Lord, you get so, when you start chanting the name, when you start doing, take for example exercise, you go to the gym or you go for a long walk because daddy mummy have forced you to come with them. What happens when you start walking? What happens? You get tired. Why you get tired? Because you are disinterested. But then you have to keep walking. Then after walking, what happens? You start getting tired. You start sweating. Then ek karke, one by one, you take off the clothes, isn't it? Same way, on the seat of meditation, if you are doing a japa or you are making your mind focused on the self in the Adhyatma sense, then first thing that happens is body becomes very, very hot. Before it becomes cool, it becomes very hot. You will feel immense burning sensation. Literally, the skin goes dry for many people. So you have to keep drinking water at that time. If you are doing that type of exercise, watching the breath or doing taking the name of the Lord. And then second thing happens, the body becomes very heavy, as if it is the gravitation. I knew there was gravitation, but this much gravitation that you can't even get up from the table or the seat or the wherever you are sitting. If you are sitting with the japamala and you are moving the finger feels so heavy that you can't even move the finger. That heavy. Even more heavier, you don't want to blink because the eyelids are so heavy. Itna heavy ho jata hai. But you have to pass through that. When you pass through that and the energy, that fire which is building up inside your body, it burns away all the dirt in your body, in your nervous system, in your nadis. And once it cleans up, then suddenly, a sudden lightness, coolness like the full moon, that starts happening. And suddenly you feel you are floating, you are not sitting anymore. And all that happened because of taking the name of the Lord. Here, Sharabhanga Rishi, he has Lord in front of him. And he is saying, oh Lord, I know you will take care of me. I will not feel a thing when my body is getting burnt. Just like Jesus did not feel he felt one moment he felt. And when he felt, he said, oh Lord, oh God, oh Father, why have you forsaken me? Just for a moment. because suddenly he became body identified, and he had been nailed in the palms and in his foot, and the pain took over his mind, and immediately he called, "Father, why have you forsaken me?" And very next moment, for an alert person, for a devotee, for one who is absolutely committed to the truth, very next moment he came to the realization the Father, Son and the Holy Ghost are one. Body disidentified. Left the body, came back after 2 days or 3 days to show that there is nothing called death to the people, to the ignorant. So you have to see through the story. So here also, let Raghav, the Lord of Ayodhya, who has Sita inseparably sitting on his left as lightning, is established in a cloud, always reside permanently in my heart. So he is making a prayer that let Ramchandraji and Sita ji. How do they come and sit in our heart? Like when Hanumanji splits open his chest when challenged. Where is Ram and Sita for you? And he says, where? In the middle of the Ayodhya palace, when this question was asked, because Sita ji gave him that moti, and he opened his chest, that this is Ram, this is where. They are my heart and soul. One is my energy and one is my soul. So in this way, इति रामं चिरं ध्यात्वा दृष्ट्वा च पुरतः स्थितं प्रज्वाल्य सहसा वह्निं दग्ध्वा पञ्चात्मकं वपुः दिव्यदेहधरः साक्षात् ययौ लोकपतेः पदं ततो मुनिगणाः सर्वे दण्डकारण्यवासिनः आजग्मुराघवं द्रष्टुं शरभङ्गनिवेशनम्. In this way, meditating on the formless and macro form of the Lord Ram, and seeing his various attributes of Sri Ram, and where is he sitting? On top of the pyre. Pyre bolenge na? Pyre. And Ramchandra ji, Sita ji and Lakshman ji are sitting there, and the Sage Sharabhang lit the fire to the pyre and burnt his mortal body, and made up. And what is this body made up of? Tell me, kids. I gave you the answer already.
The heart.
Okay, yes. But is heart not a part of the body? You let him answer, no? Are you kid? Then it is okay. 5 elements: space, air, fire, water. What he's thinking from body point of view. What is in the body? Yes, various organs, the blood, this, that. But all that put together is the body only. So what we are asking, maybe I should have been more clearer. But yes, 5 elements go into making not only this body, everybody. Everything that you see in this creation is made up of space, air, fire, water, and what is the last one? What are the 5 elements? Come on. JCs. What are the 5 elements? Space, air, fire, water, earth. Good. Someone is saying in the Zoom. They think that you don't know. Yes, you are right. Who is saying? Let me see. You are right. They are smiling. I am asking kids. So out of the sky, and once this body was burnt and he didn't even feel it. Do you have any experience in your life where you have not felt your body? Yes. That you don't answer. I am asking these kids. Or You don't answer. You have the answer from Kailash. Not allowed. So, do you all who are sitting down on the ground, except Prasad, do you have an experience in your daily life, 24 hours, that you do not experience your body?
Sleeping.
Good, 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 good. So in sleep, you don't know the shape of your body. You don't know whether you are breathing or not breathing. You don't know whether you are alive or dead. You don't know whether there is a world or no world. You don't know, you don't care because you are absent. Meaning your mind is absent because there are no thoughts in it, isn't it? Same thing happens when our mind, intoxicated by the name of the Lord, reaches that exalted state. Sleep, the state of your mind while sleeping, which is empty, when that mind is recreated while waking without going to sleep, or in other words, if you have a wakeful sleep, you and Ram are one. Now work towards it. For that, another way is given that we don't know, oh, the wakeful sleep, how can I, either I'm sleeping or I'm waking. When I'm waking, I got thoughts. When I'm sleeping, there are no thoughts. You are talking, bring the wakefulness from the waking and the sleep from the sleep. How do I put together? That you have to work it out. Another way of bringing that about is by taking the name of the Lord. And when that happens, the body identification drops, the breath drops, the 5 elements drop, and this is what has happened to this Sage Sharabhang. And when his body is completely gone, he went to the abode of Brahmaji, the Virat, the Satyalok. And after that, all the sages whenever a sage of that caliber, Sharabhang, when he is giving up his life, thinking of the Lord himself, who's sitting in front of him, it's a very auspicious moment. When Jnaneshwar Maharaj was ready to be buried in the earth at the age of 21, 780 years ago, he's still alive. So many saints and sages came. My God, his calling has come and he's doing this. I was just talking to him before. Raghavendra Swami, he took Sanjeevani Samadhi, he did not die, he is still not dead. Go to Mantralaya, border of Karnataka and Maharashtra, he is still sitting there underneath. It is called Vrindavan because you cannot call it Samadhi. It is Vrindavan. And he is still sitting there. So all the sages came, all the people came because it's an unbelievable event that is taking place in their life. Just as in your life, if Mahatmas have come into your life, those who have met Chinmayananji, those who have met Anubhavananji, those who have met Tejomayananji, those who have met Ammachi, those who have met Sai Baba, those who have met many, I have met so many Mahatmas by the grace of Lord. So many. Not only I, those people who come with me for travel, they have also met. We feel blessed because we have not met. They have come into our life. Ammachi comes here flying. She's coming next year, don't miss it during Easter. They have come here. Swamiji's come here. So it's not out of these millions and millions and millions of people, billions of people on this earth. You are few handful, 100, 200, 500 people who are dedicated, who give up the TV, who give up the movies, who give up the serials, who give up all your, whatever you are interested in, and you make an effort to go to a satsang like you have come now, or you go to meet these Mahatmas. It is not an ordinary event. It is not an ordinary event. It will bless you for the rest of your life. It will transform you. You don't know that. but it will transform you from inside. Someday it will click. Right now you're thinking, we just go there, daddy, mummy want to go, that's where we are going. We were also like that, don't worry. My parents used to tell me, 2 ones are 2, I don't know. And he used to be in the balcony. And I'm standing on a stool, he's standing next to me, haath mein samosa hai, and he's asking me, he's not allowing me to eat samosa also. Say A, B, C, D. I still remember. A, B, C. Khatam ho gaya. Not even one bite has gone in yet. And I'm waiting. And then he says, Acha, 1, 2, 3, 4. I said that also quickly. I said that was. But tables are difficult, no, for a 5, 6 year old. So, 2 tables, chalo, 2 and the 2. 2 to the 4. He said the easy ones. The difficult one he left for me. And at that time, on that particular day, you don't see it here. In India, the Buddhist bhikshus, they go on elephant. And 5, 7, 10 sadhus will be there, Buddhist sadhus, and they will have a big sack, one bed sheet tied up here, and it looks as if they keep collecting atta, rice, everything mixed, and they will make something. And for that 5, 6 year old child, Dad used to say, you didn't learn 2, 3 or 6, you don't know. See that? He's carrying a child. Those who don't listen, those who don't listen and don't learn, their parents they take away those kids. And it used to be, looks like that, child inside. And then Rona, Dhona, acha, pehle samosa kha lo. So understand that coming in touch with Mahatmas, coming in touch with Satsang, coming in touch with Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, coming in touch with Lord, in whichever way, temple or in your heart or at home also, it is a great blessing. It is a great blessing. You don't understand its impact. Do you understand when you eat food, your tummy is full or not? Do you understand that the food is going to become your thoughts? Do you understand that the food is going to become the blood and the energy in your body? You don't know, but you eat it, isn't it? Why? It's available. So like that, we go to the Mahatmas and Satsang, we don't know what is happening. But over the period of time, you will come to realize. It will, as you grow up. Right now, enjoy. And in this manner, all the sages have come. And when the sages came, here they to view not only to bid goodbye to Sage Sharabhang, but also to see Lord Shri Ram. बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. दृष्ट्वा मुनि समूहं तं जानकी राम लक्ष्मणाः प्रणेमु सहसा भूमौ माया मानुषरूपिणः आशीर्भिरभिनन्द्याथ रामं सर्वहृदि स्थितम् ऊचु प्राञ्जलयः सर्वे धनुर्बाणाधरं हरिं. Seeing the great, all the sages and hermits collected together, Sri Ram, Lakshmana and Sita, who were who had taken who are the lords themselves, taken the guise of human beings. But so Ram, Lakshmana and Sita, they are human beings. All the sages are there. So first, what is the rule? That the human beings must, those who are greater, so where you should behave yourself? When a policeman is in front of you, you should behave yourself. Yes, sir. Did you make you argue, he'll put you behind bars. So you be surrendered. Then second place where you should be surrendered, think out of the box. Tell. When you are at immigration counter. Don't mess. Don't pick up the phone. Don't argue. Give the paper, take out the paper. If he says open the passport to the photo page and give it, you do that. Don't, otherwise, you little bit argument, but you said that, he will call the other, take care of him. And you will miss your flight. Like that, once I was coming first time I was coming to Australia, migration. And I came from Europe, I came to India, spent 1 month here, and then I was coming to Australia. And at the Delhi airport, I was supposed to catch the Singapore Airlines flight in those days. And immigration over, security check over, and I am going to just get onto the boarding ramp, वो जो जाता है ना, उसके बाहर they have put a small room with a curtain. And suddenly someone came out of somewhere, I don't know where. He said, come here. I went in. The moment I entered the room, there was one man in his undies. Are they going to do that to me? And they said, take out your wallet. I said, took out. They said, you're carrying money. I said, yeah, I'm carrying money. It's my money. He said, you cannot carry. I said, why? It's only 200-300 rupees. In those days, I'm talking 89. 200-300 rupees was quite a bit that time. These are custom officials. They said, no, keep it here. What else you are carrying? I said, I'm carrying a video camera. Why you are carrying a video camera? Because I have the money to buy it. You don't have. That's why I'm carrying it. But you are not allowed to. I said, who says? I'm migrating. I said, you are migrating. They have caught me. And the announcement started. So and so, Swami Paramananda, please, you are the last person to board the flight. The flight is getting delayed. मैंने कहा, my announcement. He says, no. And he's, take off your jacket. मैंने कहा, धीरे धीरे he is going to bring me down to my knees. And at that time, suddenly his attention went away from me to the next person. He says, okay, wear your pants. इतने में this lady came. She was on the walkie-talkie. Oh, Naveen, this person here, this person there. I said, yeah, that's me. This fellow is not allowing me to go. She scolded that person left, right and center. Because of you idiots, this plane is getting delayed, and is this the responsibility you show? She is ordering that fellow. Leave him alone. She says to me, take whatever you took out. I put the jacket, walk, free. See? So, this was the example of immigration and customs, okay? Where you should surrender. And the third place after police and immigration, third place is in front of a judge. Fourth place, now we are coming out of the world, in front of the Guru and Lord. You should keep shut, mouth shut. So here, Ramchandra ji, Lakshman ji and Sita ji, they don't, even though they know they are not showing that they are the divine, but immediately they do Sashtang Namaskar to all the saints and sages who have come, and those sages in return honored the Ram, because they have their third eye is open. They know who Ram, Sita and Lakshmana are there. That's why they have also come. And thus, thus it shows that the sages already knew the truth of Shri Ram, Sita and Lakshman. Bhumer bharavatārāya jātosi brahmanārthitaha jānīmastvam harim lakshmīm jānakim lakshmanam tatha sheshansham shankha-chakre dve bharatam sanujam tatha अतश्चादौ ऋषीणां त्वं दुःखं मोक्तुमिहार्हसि आगच्छयामो मुनिसेवितानि वनानि सर्वाणि रघुत्तमक्रमात् द्रष्टुं सुमित्रासुतजानकीभ्यां तदा दयास्मा सुदृढा भविष्यति. And now all these saints and sages, they started the praise of Sri Ram and Sita ji, and and at the same time all the Brahmaji and the various devtas, they also appear and they start singing the glory of Sri Ram, and they say, we know that you have come on this earth and you are the Sri Hari Vishnu himself, who is having the Sita ji or goddess Lakshmi, and Lakshman is the Sheshnag, and you are the Bharat and Shatrughna, they are the conch and the discus of yours respectively. So you must first remove the sorrows and distress and agonies of all the sages in this area. Now, Ramchandraji doesn't know why he is born. Funny, no? You know why you are born? You know why you are born? You just popped out for no reason? Right? Or there is a reason? I think I was born to become a scientist. Is that your purpose? Or a doctor? You don't know. None of you know why you are born. Parents think they know. Nobody knows. Parent thinks they know so that they can boss over you. Blind leading the blind. But when you come to satsang, when you meet the saints and sages, your mind becomes calm. And in that calmness of the mind, suddenly, sometime, by the grace of the Lord, by the divine, of the saints and sages, the purpose of your life is discovered. It reveals. You think I was like this from birth? On fire? No, I was not. One day someone has come. One day it clicked when I was 12 years old. I was reading the Bhagavad, the Amar Chitra Katha. That day it clicked. I said, yeah, every king is leaving the kingdom. Every good guy is going to become, in the later stage of their life, they leave everything and go to the forest or become a sannyasi, or they are doing the japa. And that time I was reading the story of Bharata, who became, eventually he becomes the deer, and after that Jada Bharata. And all of them have left everything. And that at the age of 12, my mind is thinking, by grace of God, that, and that time emergency was going on in India. People had lost job. We were eating only one meal a day because nothing was available in those days. Not emergency. This was during, I think it was the, नहीं कारगिल तो मैं बुढ़ा था उस समय. Previous war, some war. Maybe it was 73, 74. What was there that time? Bangladesh liberation. And when was emergency? 74, 75? So that time I was 12-year-old. So correct, emergency time. Nothing was available. And jobs gone. And while I was doing this, it clicked. Yeah, daddy, mummy don't have job. I am eating only one meal. I have to be also careful. I can't show that I am hungry because you're part of a family, no? You sacrifice. They are sacrificing. They say, I am fasting. We are seeing what parents are doing. They are saying, we are fasting so that we can eat. So we also have to reciprocate. They will force us. Then I used to make the drama. I've got tummy ache. I'm not hungry. And then they will eat that day. Those days we have seen. But that in those, because there was no food in the tummy, I was available to the Lord. And that time reading the Amar Chitra Katha, it clicked that I was saying then, what is the purpose? This was the question. I was sitting on a scooter under a parijat tree and I had slept, and in the dream this question came. And the answer was, moksha is the purpose of your life. Liberation is the purpose of your life. To become one with the Lord is the purpose of your life. In other words, to realize the self is the purpose of your life. And then I forgot after that. Then parents got the job and we ate. And we stole. We used to enter into the marriages, in our area. So because food was not there. So what we used to do in the evening, kahan ja raha hai? I'm going to my friend. And what we'll do, we'll quietly enter into the marriage party. Eat nice food and come out. And every day there used to be some marriage in the colony. And we used to do that. We were bad. You are good. You are very civilized. And in this manner, one must come to know the purpose of life, and the purpose of life becomes clear only when the mind is calm. And the mind is calm not when you are busy in life. Mind is calm when you are in a satsang, when you are happy, when you are in the temple, when you are with Mahatmas. That time your mind is calm. Next time when you meet some Mahatma, you observe your mind. Naturally there are no thoughts in your mind. And in this manner, all these saints and sages, because they know Sri Ram is the avatar of Lord Vishnu, they say, you have to remove the sorrows, paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam. You have to remove the sorrows, because all these hermits and sages, they have come and they are troubled by these rakshasas and asuras, and they requested Sri Ram with folded hands, iti vignapito ramah krutanjali putair vibhuhu jagama munibhis sartham drashtum vananisaha dadarsha tatra patitan yanekani shiransisah asti bhutani sarvatra ramo vachanam abravit. And when all the saints and sages requested in this manner, Sri Ram accompanied all the saints and sages by their request to visit each one of their ashrams. And when he visited those ashrams, what does he see? That in every ashram there is in one corner there is a huge mountain of bones and skulls and naturally when you see ashram, skulls, bones, who is the Rakshas here? He says, no. These asuras are coming, these ogres are coming, these rakshasas are coming, and when we are meditating, they eat us up. When we are doing japa and we are lost in you, they come and eat us up. So all those bones they had collected. And Ramchandraji, Asti nikesha bhetani kimartham patitani vai tamuchurmunayo rama rishinam mastakanihi rakshasair bhakshitanisha pramattanam samadhitaha antarayam muninam te Pashyanto anucharantihi. I have already told you this, that they come and eat us up when we are sitting in meditation. Shrutva vakyam muninam sa bhayadainya samanvitam pratignyam akarod ramo vadhaya shesha rakshasam pujyamana sada tatra munibhir vanavasibihi janakya sahito ramo lakshmanena samanvitaha uvasakati chittatra Varshani Raghunandanaha evam kramena sampashyan rishinam ashraman vishu. Hearing these words of the saints and sages, there and then Sri Ram made a pratigya. Here the word came pratigya. Pratigya means an unfailing vow that I am going to commit myself the rest of my life for this. And what is that? That I am going to kill all those demons who did this ghastly act. He has suddenly become, the saints and sages were the one who invoked out of this divine incarnation, who has chosen not to remember that he is divine, the purpose. What is the purpose? Vinashaya cha dushkritam, paritranaya sadhunam. This is the main purpose. And he takes the vow that I am going to kill these demons. Okay? Clicked, the purpose is clicked. And then Sri Ram wandered the various ashrams and and as he is going through the various ashrams, in every ashram it was the same cry, the same complaint, And yes, little bit satsang, but the complaint was that all these Dandakaranya is that thick jungle. It's not a forest. In Australia, there is no jungle. There is only forest. Jungle is more. There are no kangaroos there. There are only man-eating, flesh-eating animals. If one snake comes, he will swallow you whole. You are nothing for that snake. You know, the boa constrictor or the python, you are ants for him. You won't even know. He'll come and catch you and swallow. No chewing. And you are alive in the tummy till the breath goes. Imagine. We'll conclude. Just few more verses and we conclude. Okay. So next story is beginning. So we'll stop here then. हो गया ना time? हाँ? हाँ तो ठीक है. They had a class before, and again they have a class now. Please spare us. Huh? Now the next one is, I'm not going to go into it, don't worry. Only 5 minutes, and that is the next as part of this story of Adhyatma Ramayana or Ramayana is, after having taken the vow to kill the perpetrators of this heinous act of killing the rishis and sages and sannyasis, Ramchandra ji keeps moving deeper into the Dandakaranya forest, and then he comes across, he has gone towards the Tamil Nadu side now, or central Tamil Nadu, and there he comes across Sage Sutikshna. And Sage Sutikshna is a disciple of Sage Agastya. Sage Agastya is a venerable sage for the South Indian people, especially the Tamil people, and the language comes from him, and his disciple, and another story is there why he was sent away. And when Sutikshna was sent away because he was the most favorite of Sage Agastya, and other people, students were jealous, and he said, but why you are sending me away? He says, you go, the Lord is going to take birth and he will come and give you darshan. You go, you take naam, you take the name of the Lord. And Sutikshna has been waiting for so many years, decades, centuries, waiting for Sri Ram to come and grace him. And when he comes, that story begins in the next another 10 verses, and then the chapter gets concluded. So and it is Sutikshna who takes Sri Ram to Sage Agastya, and Sage Agastya then guides Sri Ram how to proceed further in his journey towards Vinashaya Dushkritam. He guides. He says, go in this direction. Till now he doesn't know where to go. He's just wandering. And in this way we see the subtle aspects of the story, how they are applicable in our daily life, which I showed you in a few with few examples. And next week we'll visit and see the devotion of, just like Sage Sharabhanga's devotion, he didn't want to live after that. Sage Sutikshna, what is his devotion? And there is a beautiful stuti. Stuti means a prayer. And he sings the prayer to Lord Sri Ram, recognizing by the grace of Lord Sri Ram, in his mouth the words are coming of who Sri Ram is. And it's beautiful. And that one we will see in our next class. बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, जमुना महारानी की जय, आज के आनंद की जय। हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये, हर हर महादेव। जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ, जय जय श्री गुरुदेव दत्त। Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. Harihi Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Annapurna Mata Ki Jai. Annapurne Sada Purne Shankara Pranavallabe Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhiksham Dehi Cha Parvati Mata Cha Parvati Devi Pita Devo Maheshwaraha Bandhava Shiva Bhaktascha Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam. Harihi Om. Thank you for inviting us here. Good. I enjoyed the drive. I was sleeping. He was driving. But nice. Nice to meet you all. Hey, she was hidden. I didn't see her. She was behind this. Ye Radha hai na?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you've grown in 1 year. What happened? We'll answer that question when I come on in 1 week time. Hari Om.